This week in Jamaica Now, Mount Salem declared first zone of special operation. What does this mean for you? The Army head says more than 100 troops are now on the ground. Shock in the fashion and entertainment industry as designer Dexter Pottinger is killed at his home. A senior cop says there was blood everywhere. Clarendon carnage, another child among murder victims. Prisoners record 82% passes in CSEC this year, and 658. Jamaica gets additional area code. I'm Damian Mitchell, and this is Jamaica Now. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has declared Mount Salem St. James as the first zone of special operation. Mount Salem, located on the outskirts of the parish capital Montego Bay, has been a headache for the police. It's the home of 12 major gangs and the scene of 54 murders since the start of the year. Areas like Pigot Street, Smart Street, and Coffee, Campbell's, and Caton Lanes are known problem places in Mount Salem. The Prime Minister says Mount Salem will remain a zone of special operations for 60 days.
If there are reasonable grounds to believe that due to rampant criminality, gang warfare, escalating violence, and murder, and the threat to the rule of law and public order, it is necessary to do so.
And the Chief of Defense Staff, Major General Rocky Meade, says hundreds of troops are now on the ground in St. James.
Identified by a personal name tag, depending on the type of uniform they're in, and also by a special patch, as you see here, indicating joint force.
It's been another bloody 7 days in the central parish of Clarendon, and another child is among the victims. The police say on Wednesday night alone, 4 people were killed in separate incidents in the parish, including a 12-year-old student. Little Kemari Miles, a student of Kitson Town in St. Catherine, was killed along the Gimimibit main road just as he got off a truck. The police say Miles was urinating at the side of the road when a gunman walked up and shot him in the head. Miles is the 3rd child to be killed in Clarendon in a 10-day period. The police say they have now recovered the 2017 Honda CR-V belonging to slain fashion designer Dexter 3D Pottinger. Pottinger's body was found laying face down in his bedroom upstairs his Eureka Place St. Andrew residence on Thursday evening. The body had multiple stab wounds, and one policeman said there was blood everywhere. According to one woman, a neighbor told her that about 4:30 on Wednesday morning, she heard Pottinger shouting for help and murder. She said she later saw someone placing items into a car before driving away. But the neighbor said she did not raise an alarm because she was not sure what was happening. As news of Pottinger's murder spread on Thursday, scores of people gathered near his house. One man who rushed to the house had to be restrained by the police as he tried to go inside. Meanwhile, several people have taken to social media expressing disbelief and condemnation. 3 former employees of the Firearm Licensing Authority, the FLA, who were recently dismissed from the embattled agency, are to bring a claim against the authority for wrongful dismissal. Former Director Milton Reed, Michael Dixon, and Andrew Gordon, who all worked in the Compliance and Audit Department, were sent home amid a probe by MOCA into claims of widespread abuse and corruption by senior staff members in the granting of applications for gun permits. The Narcotics Police made another major drug bust on Monday when cocaine valued just over $1 million was found among a shipment of rice at the Kingston Container Terminal KCT. According to law enforcement sources, the rice was destined for a local distributor. It's the 3rd major drug bust by detectives in the past 6 weeks. Human rights group Stand Up for Jamaica says it will be teaching more Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC subjects in prisons. This year, 54 inmates from the Tower Street, St. Catherine, and Fort Augusta Adult Correctional Facilities took the exams, with 82% of them receiving passes. Stand Up for Jamaica coordinator Maria Golotta says her organization now facilitates English, mathematics, social studies, and principles of business, and next year it will be adding a 5th subject. Faced with a multi-million-dollar debt, the St. Andrew-based St. Joseph's High School closed its door on Thursday after just under 40 years. Founder and director Hedley Thomas said it was a painful decision that had to be made given the problems being faced by the institution. He said there has been a significant reduction in the school's enrollment and poor collection of school fees. Caretaker Newton Williamson was heartbroken to see the school being closed.
I'm not feeling so right, because now I'm out of a job.
Jamaica now has an additional area code. It's 658. The Office of Utilities Regulation says come May 31 next year, 10 digits will become mandatory for local calls. That's the 3-digit area code plus the 7-digit number. At present, callers do not have to dial the area code when making local calls. The OUR says the new area code will be used once the existing telephone numbers under the 876 area code have been exhausted. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, more on the zones of special operations on which the government is banking to cut the runaway murder rate.